In the meantime, 33 million Americans have filed unemployment claims just in the last 7 weeks, and we are waiting for the big monthly non-farm payrolls number from the Labor Department later this morning. Right now, let's take a look at what options are available for those who have lost their jobs because of this pandemic. And joining us for that is Rachel Carlson. She's the CEO of Guild Education, which connects employers with educational and skills training for workers. Guild has worked with Walmart, Chipotle, and many other companies, and today is announcing a new project for the recently furloughed and unemployed. And Rachel, thank you for being with us today. It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me, Becky.
I want to explain to people what Guild is before we get into this new project that you're doing. This company was founded back in 2015, and your goal is to find underskilled workers and try and help them on their way to make sure that they are better enabled to get better jobs along the way. It's a project that a lot of names have invested in, people like Steph Curry. Ken Chenault is actually the person who told me about you, Rachel. But what happens now with this pandemic? How many more people are we talking about?
Sure. So we started Guild to help the 88 million Americans who we know need the opportunity to upskill and reskill for the economy of tomorrow. And amidst this climate, we now know that that economy has arrived. What it means for the 33 million Americans who've already lost their jobs, and perhaps the more coming, is that they need the opportunity to not only find the next job, but also to ensure that they've moved into high quality jobs as they make that move. And as we talked to our Fortune 500 customers over the last 2 months, we heard a striking thing was that there was really two sides to this labor market right now. On the one hand, you have the employers laying off employees in droves, which we're all talking about. But on the other hand, you still have huge skills gaps and huge challenges for many companies who are hiring in fields like allied health and technology and trades. And so what we realized and what drove us to launch Next Chapter, which we're excited to be launching today, was that there was a chance to help the displaced workers on one side upskill, reskill, and find the jobs they needed on the other side of the hiring market.
Yeah, we've spoken with Walmart, who's told us that they are looking to hire as many people as quickly as they can, and that they were looking to do that from places where you are seeing these massive layoffs. We've also spoken with hotels yesterday. We had the CEO of Hilton on, who's trying to work with some of those retailers to find jobs for some of his employees who have been furloughed. But how does this work? How do you assist in that process?
Thanks for asking. So we've taken a modern approach to outplacement benefits. The outplacement benefit of 2019 would take the low-wage worker who lost their job in hospitality and aim to quickly find them another low-wage job in another field. What we're saying is, those low-wage jobs in the next field, they might be the right temporary home for that worker, but it's at high risk of automation in the coming months or years, which we already knew before the COVID crisis came. And so what we're aiming to do is help those workers get the temporary work and the emergency services they need to stay afloat, but also think about how do we reskill and upskill them for economy of tomorrow, which includes things like training in fields like digital marketing and data analytics or skilled trades, and also helping them understand how to match into those jobs as they complete their training over the next couple months.
And what will that entail? Is this online training? What kind of courses would you be teaching somebody to say, okay, here's how we're going to get you ready for this next level job?
We're lucky that we've been working with online training providers, largely nonprofit universities like Southern New Hampshire and Purdue Global, as well as great skilled trades and allied health providers like Penn Foster and Pathstream, which teaches certificates in digital marketing for jobs that support the Facebook advertising platform, or jobs that help you prepare to be a Salesforce administrator. And so we've been working with that network for many years, but we're now really turning our attention to the shorter form training, the training that can help folks get back into a higher quality, higher paying job as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think about a lot of those jobs that you mentioned, the higher paying jobs, like somebody who'd be working with the marketing and advertising platforms for Facebook. I mean, those jobs are going to get hit at this point now, too, and are. We're watching advertising collapse. What do you do about that?
Yeah, that one's an interesting example where there are still needs in the administrative layer, but you think about Salesforce administration or customer success or client services. Our friends at Gainsight, who are one of the hiring partners and the channels in the work we're doing here with Next Chapter, had a great survey that said, even though many tech companies are laying off workers right now, Where they're still hiring is in that client services, customer success, and customer service roles. And that makes sense, right? Many of the jobs that used to be done face-to-face, folks are now able to do from home, but they need to be trained in how to do that customer service work. They might have used to do it at a hotel in a environment where they were working with a customer, and now they're going to do it over a computer and over the phone. And we need to reskill those workers to do that.
Who pays you? The companies like Walmart and Chipotle that have signed up to try and retrain their employees?
So the employers pay the way they used to pay for an outplacement benefit, but what they used to pay for was just resume writing and in some cases interview practicing. And what we're encouraging them to think about is instead helping pay for the education and training. They pay those dollars directly to the universities and learning providers, and we work with those schools who pay us for our technology services and advising. And we have close to 300 coaches who are ready to help each of these workers figure out how to land on their feet.